Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, December 3rd. We're looking at the last 3 days of the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And as you can see, M-Period decided to trade almost the entire day's range to the upside and made a new low on the downside. As from what I understand, Pfizer came out with something with their vaccine, whatever it was. They weren't going to make enough doses or whatever it was. Again, was that the catalyst for this? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Is that a reason for the market to sell off? Absolutely not. For the plain, simple reason is we know COVID's bad. We know they're going to get a vaccine. We know everything. The bottom line is this. The only thing that really affects the market, as far as I'm concerned, is the Fed and what they're doing. And as long as they're backstopping this market, everything else is bull. So as you can see, look where we're trading back up to. We made a new low, go out with a price probe. We were 10 wide. IW Russell was 11 wide with a trend day. They wipe out their trend day, trading back up towards their POC. Again, they did not make an all-time high. What did they do? Yesterday, they tested the bottom of a 6-day balance. Sellers got cut off. So what did we do today? We went to the top of the 6-day balance. On the 7th day, didn't get the high. So now it remains to be seen. Is that all they're going to get and roll over? Or are they going to attempt to get it back tomorrow? Balance. Triple Qs just muddled along all day. Yes, they made a new low and went out with a price probe right back to their POC. So as far as I'm concerned, you can take that news and throw it out the window. Because again, if it's that serious, well, why are we right back at POC? Same thing with SPY. Well, if the news was that serious, why are we right back in the middle of the range? This news means nothing. The market does not. The market makes the news, not the other way around. This might have been a catalyst, but boy, did they punch a lot of people in the face, both long and short here. I had a very good day. Stayed totally out of L&M. In fact, when we got back, I was long, and I'll go over my trades in a minute. But when we were trading right around where POC was before L brought it back up to C's low, I actually said to the room, I wouldn't, and this was facetiously, I said I wouldn't be surprised if L made a new high on the day and M made a new low on the day. Now, I know somebody in my room took advantage of that, and kudos to them. I did not. I was half kidding when I said it, but what I was looking for in M-Period was to take out L's high, price probe, and come back in, and then I was looking to take a short back to POC. That didn't happen. It started obviously going down. I didn't get on board, and I just watched it basically in amazement. I'm like, let them do what they want to do, because I had an excellent day, and I wasn't going to give it back in M-Period. I was actually tempted to take a long real late in the day against J's low. We missed it by a penny, the afternoon pullback. So that's a weak low. M's low is weak against the afternoon pullback. I was tempted to take a long against that, the 365 calls for tomorrow. And they were trading at the time at around $1.95. Well, guess what, folks? They're up to about $2.70 right now. Didn't do it. That's okay. Had a good day. So let's go over my trades and what's going on. So in A-Period, I took a short initially against the overnight high. It was basically an open and drive initially, which turned out not to be true because we took it out obviously in I, J, and M. But I took a short against the overnight high in SPY initially to 370 puts. Again, I traded everything that expired today, and it came in, and it was a nice trade to start the day. Then I took another trade in B. I have A-Period, but I don't think it could be A. It must have been B. Well, I might have taken a short. It was either A or B. I didn't think we were going to have single prints that held. It couldn't have been A. It had to be B-Period. Anyway, I lost small on that as we went out and took out the previous all-time high. Those were 370 puts. Then I actually took a long in C-Period, which I made money on with the 366 calls. As we went up, we took out C's high. We didn't take out. We took out the day's high. I went long. I forgot where went long, but again, it wasn't anything big. I wasn't looking for much out of this. So I made money on that. Now, here, I'm sorry. Nope, no, I didn't. This is what I did. I apologize. My goodness. I'm a little fried after what I just witnessed. I got long C. I said if we come down, now I was still long, yes. I was still long in C. I got long in C, and then it turned over to D. I said I'm looking to get back to around the high. I said if we take out C's low, I'm getting out. So this is what I did. And this turned out to be a huge trade for me. I was only long 20 calls. So I had made money in A on a short. I had lost small on. I had a good trade in A, gave small back in B on my short. Now I'm long to 366 calls. Well, now I'm like, it looks like D's going to take out C. If it does do that, we're going to fill these single prints. Right before D took out C, I played Innovator and bought 100 370 puts. And it ripped. Now, I still had the 20 calls, but those 100 puts, boy, did they pay me. Now, it got down to B's low, and in fact, I thought B's low might be a lowest accepted price that I talk about. So as soon as it got down today, I took off the balance of my puts. That was a home run trade. I still had the 20 calls. Now, obviously, I was losing on those. I held them briefly. And boy, I should have held them. It went up a little bit. We weren't getting back much traction. I'm like, this is just weak longs getting out. It sat here for a couple minutes. I finally took it off because like what I'm losing on these 20 calls, boy, did I make up on those 100 puts. So I put it to bed and let's see what happens. Well, I did do that, and what happened? D went right back up. So I could have it turned out to be an excellent trade. I'm not complaining. But if I held on to those calls, it would have paid me even nicer. Okay. Then I didn't do anything in F. I didn't do anything till F. I took a long in F, thinking this might be an afternoon pullback. Didn't make a lot on it. Did make on it, but not a lot. Then G was inside. I said if H comes down, takes out F, I'm not doing that game again. I think we can I'd rather wait for a new low to get involved. I said, if anything, I wouldn't mind taking a short because now we're one time framing down. F, H, I was tempted to take a short in H and I because G never got above the previous all-time high again. We're one time framing down. I'm like, I'd rather take the short here down to the opening because I'm looking to fade the opening. Well, I didn't do it. That's fine. But I didn't take the long either again, right? I said I'm going to wait for the low. And that's exactly what happened. Came down, took out the low. Now, I didn't take it in I. I'm like, that's an Innovator play. But J opened. Couldn't take out I's low. I bought 50 calls. I bought 50 of the 365 calls. And it worked beautifully. We went up, filled the single prints, took 5 off. Got above the opening, got to D's low, started peeling 5 more off. I peeled 5 off as we continued to go up. Now, I wish I had the strength and fortitude to hold on to them because nothing really told me to get out of them, but I did get out of them, the rest of them in K, but I did hold on. We stopped the one-time framing down. I still had some. And I took the rest off, I think, around I's high. And I did say, if we do take out J's high, all we did was, just the way these were longs flushing out, these were shorts now that will start to cover. And I took off the rest of I's high. And I did say I wouldn't be surprised if we get to H and G's high. And look where we got in K. So I didn't maximize my profit, but it was a very nice trade. And that's all I did. I did make that joke. We're going to make a new high in L and a new low in M. Boy, did that happen. Stayed out of trouble. That's the key. Again, I was tempted to go long down here. I did not. And that's fine. Because I ended up having a very good day. Tomorrow's another day. And I'm telling you, all they did was really smash some longs up here and then smash the shorts down here. And look where we're right back. Doesn't surprise me at all. Okay, let's go over destinations for tomorrow. Well, we did go out with a price probe, eyes low. Now, even though we closed above it, we'll see where we open tomorrow, right? I'm not going to know till tomorrow morning. So 366.39, eyes low. My first upside destination. Then 367.47, sees low, 10 wide. And then today's high of 368.19, which is our all-time high. For the downside, we have today's low of 365.50. Afternoon pullback low of 365.49. Week low now, J&M. And then yesterday's low of 364.20 and filling the gap at 363.12. Excuse me. Now let's go to the charts. Monthly, still up. We filled the gap, but we're above the 4-month balance high. Again, if we start dipping our toe back into here, I'm not going to say, oh, God, oh my goodness, it's over. Obviously, buyers want to stay above these 4 months highs by the end of the month. So we'll see. Right now, we're up. Weekly, we're up. We're one-time framing up 5 weeks. We want to stay above this 3-week balance and get more distance. It looked like we were going to get that until that absolute bogus sell-off in M. And then the daily, 3-day balance. For now, all we did was stretch the all-time high. So remember I said yesterday we had a 2-day balance? Well, it's a 3-day balance. Today's high is the top of it. Yesterday's low is the bottom of it. So I'll say the same thing I said yesterday. If we take out today's high, we're going to come out of a 3-day balance to the upside. We'll see how much we could stretch the all-time high. And if we come out of the 3-day balance to the downside, well, then we're going to fill that daily gap. And more importantly, see if we get accepted into the previous all-time high from November. I think the room had a pretty good day today. Tried to keep the room out of trouble in M period. That gets vicious. And it's very, very unpredictable. So not trading it, let me tell you, is a trade in itself. It's the money you keep. Well, guess what? I had a really good day today, and I kept it all. So that is something to lift that for $20 a month. If you just learn that in my room, you learn something. Have a great evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.